Right around that, like that antenna. And I stuck that thing in the ground, started putting them in the ground about every 3 foot, and I want you to, in 2 days, I could tell a difference.
Isn't that amazing?
It's just amazing how God does things, you know it?
True story, Mr. Joel.
Well, I just want you to know I finally bit the bullet and started doing it because of you and old Danny. I watched Danny and Wanda, and I've watched you for several years, and I said, if they can do it, I can too. I sit down out here under my big slippery elm tree, and I'll make about.
It is said growing your own fruit and vegetables and sharing with family and friends is one of life's great luxuries. And I want to share with you and what I've experienced a way that you can produce the most from your home garden with electroculture. Welcome everyone to Hill's Mill. That was Mr. Joel, that one of our subscribers that wanted to share his experience with his electroculture. And his family and friends call him the tomato and onion king of the great state of Oklahoma. Now he sent us some pictures of his garden, so I would have to agree he has a beautiful garden. We often get a lot of comments and emails through our website, hillsmill.com, of our subscribers that share their experience with electroculture with us. And throughout this growing season, we've decided that if you'll send your experience and send us some pictures and tell us about your garden, and we use your content, then we're going to send you a set of electroculture antennas. So let's go over to the tomato garden. I have a story to tell. Well, here we are in the tomato garden, and I wanted to show you my favorite way to trellis tomatoes, indeterminate tomatoes, if you're going to sucker them. And that's with an overhead trellis and the twine and the tomato clips. As this tomato grows, I'll continue to clip underneath, and it will hold the weight of the plant and the tomato. You'd be surprised how much strength that this twine has in it. As far as my story, when I was younger, learning how to first plant a garden, I didn't know anything, so my grandmother was my teacher. And the old way of planting cucumbers was you make you a big mound or a hill, and you'll plant 5 or 7 seeds in that hill. As it grows, and you try to keep all the weeds hoed out and pulled out, but the vines will just grow everywhere. And it was almost as an Easter egg hunt to try to find your cucumbers. And lots of times they would get so big and turn yellow, that's a signal to turn the plant off for it to stop producing the cucumbers. Well, I think I was about 11 or 12 one winter, and on my grandmother's bookshelf, I picked up this book and I started reading everything in here. And I came across a chapter talking about electroculture. And I thought that was very interesting. The topic of electroculture in that chapter is talking about the best way to grow cucumbers vertically up some sort of a metal trellis, a wire basket, as long as it's galvanized. And that is how I started. We had a piece of leftover fence in the yard from where we had the yard fenced. I gathered that and I turned that into a basket. I call this a basket because it's so similar to what we used to make when we were younger, catfish baskets, and put them out in the river to catch catfish. I made that basket, and the following spring, when I made that hill for my cucumbers and planted those seeds, I put this basket over that hill. The cucumbers, once they started climbing this basket, they just exploded with cucumbers. Never had as many cucumbers before. My grandmother got a really big kick out of it. She never seen anything like it. So that's how I started to learn about electroculture. From that point forward, anytime that I could find a garden book, any information at all about electroculture, I tried to absorb it. And one of the fascinating facts about using a galvanized basket or cage is anytime that there's a lightning storm, the lightning that's on the top of the cloud, that's a positive lightning strike. So that's giving off a boost into our atmosphere of positive energy. Anything that is touching these galvanized baskets or a fence, it's going to receive a boost from that static electricity. And it's just like giving it a shot of Miracle-Gro. The plants are just really going to get a boost. If you haven't tried it, make yourself a basket, plant some tomatoes, cucumbers, or whatever, anything that grows vertical, and watch it grow. And after a lightning storm, go look at it the next day. It's just like the atmosphere is different. When you walk outside from a lightning storm, you can feel that the atmosphere is different. You can feel it on the back of your neck. So there's a lot more to it than you might realize. But that is how I started as far as using a basket to grow on with cucumbers. From there, I went to a different trellis. Each time I have had a garden, I've tried to expand on electroculture. As I've learned more about electroculture, and I tell you, one of my greatest hero scientists, Nikola Tesla, there is so much information out there that all the discoveries that he made, you can look into that yourself and you'll realize that he's one of our greatest scientists that ever lived. All the information that I could find for electroculture and how to utilize the natural electricity that is all around us in our ether, I ran across Lukowski coil. I've looked into different information and I combined all of it to make my own antenna. And this is the antenna that we sell on our website at hillsmill.com. We ask that you order a minimum of 4 because of the shipping price. But this is the antenna that I've made for individual plants. We use it for an individual container. If you're going to put it into the ground on anything that you're growing, you can place it about every 3 feet, and this antenna is going to affect a 3-foot radius. If you're not a subscriber, we would like to say, if you find this content helpful and useful, please subscribe to our channel. If you are a subscriber, we know how important your time is, and we really appreciate you spending your time watching this video. We've got a couple more videos coming out with some very interesting information that I think you're going to enjoy. So have a great day. Glad you spent a few minutes with us, and thank you for watching. Wow, did you hear that?